My friends, welcome to what will hopefully be a pretty cool series on building a business. So I look online and I see all of these people who want to start a business or get out of the rat race or whatever the case may be. Everybody wants to build a better lives for themselves. And one of the things I've noticed is there's a lot of videos out there. There's a lot of courses you can buy. There's all of these things that we can do to theoretically position ourselves to build a business online. What I haven't seen is anybody do this sort of process kind of live in real time and document the process. So I decided that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a channel called Let's Build a Business. And we're going to go through and we're going to build a business from scratch. So let's get started. Who am I? My name is, or you're going to call me anyway, Hayden Avery. I'm a 40-year-old guy, former military guy. I used to work in the public sector. I currently have a job making about a little over $100,000 a year. I also have a side hustle. I do some consulting on the side. And what I want to do is I want to build an online business to replace my job and that side hustle if possible. I want to have more time to do the things that I want to do. More time with my family, more time to travel, more disposable income to do those things, whether it is get out of debt, pay off the house, buy a house, whatever the case may be. Maybe I want to buy a Tesla. If I'm being honest, Hayden really wants to buy a Tesla. So what I'm going to do and what I intend to do is I want to build the Hayden Avery brand. And maybe we'll even have a product at the end. So that's who I am. And I just want to introduce myself to you. Now, the question you're asking yourself is, great, Hayden, you're telling me all this. Why should I listen to you? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy trying to get ahead and maybe have a little bit better of a life than I've got right now. I can tell you that I'm not proud to say it. I'm sort of embarrassed to say it, but I've spent well over $10,000 in the last couple of years to learn how to do online business from the gurus. Okay? I don't have an MBA. I am not a guru. Truthfully, I've not executed on these strategies. I was in the continual rat race of, oh, cool, shiny object. Let me spend the money, buy that course, buy that thing, and then let it sit and hope like hell I make some money. Okay? I've not executed on these strategies. So we're going to do that together. The other thing is, I'm not a YouTube creator. This is my first YouTube channel. It may be good. It may be not. I don't know. We're going to find out. In any event, we're either going to succeed or fail together. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this experiment plays out. I don't know how this is going to work any more than you do. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to do these techniques, these tactics, these strategies that some of these gurus talk about to see if we can truly build an online business. Now, how's this whole thing going to work? Long and short, I'm going to document this entire process from start to finish. This initial video is being recorded on my Mac computer. I'm using QuickTime Pro or QuickTime Player Pro, whatever it is, Quick Player Pro. And it's free. So I'm starting here. And I'm going to document every part of the process from start to finish. We're going to go through and we're going to figure out, hey, if we're going to record videos, what do we need to do? If we need to incorporate, how are we going to do that? If we need to build sites or social media and all of these things and email lists, we're going to do those things together. And we're going to implement those strategies and we're going to iterate and we're just going to see what happens. Right now, I'm committing to you 1 year. I will do this for a year. What happens? No idea. The other thing, I'm going to do this as cheaply and reasonably responsibly as possible. So we can go spend a bunch of money on a bunch of different things. And sometimes that makes us feel good. Oh, great. I'm spending these monies to start my business, to have these tools, to do these things, and then we don't use them. And I'll be frank, I've landed in this trap quite a bit myself. So what we're going to do is we can learn what works and what doesn't work together. I'm not trying to debunk anything. I'm not trying to say that what other folks tell us to do is good or bad. All I'm saying is we're going to do this together and we're going to find out what does and doesn't work. And hopefully you guys will be in the comments saying, hey, let's try this. Hey, let's try that. I want you guys to follow along. Watch me build this business. And what I hope to do at the end of this is have you build your own business too, right? There's 115 billion different businesses out there that we can do. We're going to work and focus on the online component of a business. And at the end of the day, we're all going to have a better education on digital business. And if we're lucky, if we're really lucky, we might make some money. Now, what is this not? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I can assure you that anybody selling you that is selling you a line of bullshit. Entrepreneurship, business ownership is hard. It takes hard work. You got to grind. You got to work. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not a 4-hour work week. I think it's a great book. I think the notion of it is great. But I think the vast majority of the time, that's sort of pie in the sky. It's possible, but not in the beginning. In the beginning, we have to really roll up our sleeves and put in the work to get to that mythical 4-hour work week. It's also not overnight success. Overnight successes rarely are just that, overnight successes. If we look at those folks who are quote-unquote overnight successes and we really look and see what they've been doing, they've been grinding for 2, 4, 7, 10 years. They've been grinding, okay? The other thing is, this isn't going to be free. I'm going to do things as cheaply as possible. This video series is going to be free because it's going to be on YouTube for the entirety of the world to see. But at the end of the day, you have to spend some money to make money, right? Hopefully, we'll be smart, and that will save us some big dollars. But at the end of the day, you got to put a little bit of skin in the game. Anything you get for nothing is probably worth what you paid for it. Probably even to include this course, if I'm being honest, right? I can't promise you that this is going to turn out to be some huge success. Now, in full transparency, I want to be honest with you, and I'm going to be transparent throughout the entirety of this process. First and foremost, Hayden Avery is not my real name. And I say this out of transparency. I value my privacy. I don't want to be some famous guru. I don't want to be internet famous. I don't want to be any of those things. You're never going to see me on camera. Okay, that's just not how I'm going to do things. What I'm literally going to try to do is build a brand and a business from nothing, right? And a brand or a business is, or at least it should be, something that can run when the founder or the initial person is gone, right? Ultimately, we're building a business. I'm not trying to build a personality cult or a personality contest. This is a business, and we're going to build it from scratch. And in the name of transparency, I intend to share my successes and my failures in this venture for all of the world to see, good and bad. I'll tell you when I'm having a good day. I'll tell you when I'm having a bad day. That's my promise to you. One final thing. I do have a little bit of business experience. And as such, I'm going to use affiliate links to the tools that we're going to use. And where I can, right? Ultimately, affiliate links, and we're going to talk about them at some point, they cost you nothing. But I will get a small commission if you purchase a tool that I use. Or you can keep using it for free if it works for you, right? If it works for you at the free level, just do that, right? Don't spend any more money than you have to. But I am going to be using affiliate links where I can. So I think it's important to be transparent about that. So where am I starting from? Where are we going to start from in this journey? I'm going to start from basically nothing, right? I have an email account, but I don't have any emails. I don't have any email list or anything like that. I have a computer. I happen to be using a Mac, but a Windows computer will do just fine. Everything we're going to be doing is online. I have a cell phone, right? Just like you all probably have a cell phone. You may be watching this on a cell phone. I have access to the internet. Now, I do have a network of some folks in industry that I can ask questions to, some folks that I can bounce ideas off of. The reality is I'm going to be bouncing my ideas off of you all and hopefully get some information in the comments. But I do have a network of folks that I can at least ask some questions if I've got a technical question or maybe a specific business question. And I do have a bit of a technical background in a lot of different web stuff. I've built websites in the past. I've used most of the tools that we're going to go over in some shape, form, or fashion. So this is not new to me. But I'm going to show you how to do this. And I think it's going to be kind of fun. So you'll see whether I win or I lose in my business stuff, and you'll learn something. Now, these are all things that all of you that are listening and seeing this likely have. Other than that, I'm going to start from the ground up, right? I already told you Hayden Avery is not my real name, which means there is no Hayden Avery Facebook page, right? I don't have any friends. So we're going to have to start from the beginning. Now, you may already have social media profiles that you can leverage. I'm going to have to build those from scratch. You may have a network of folks that can help you that I don't have. So we all come to this sort of juncture of starting a business kind of from the same footing, but maybe different ancillary things, our networks, our social media, that kind of a thing. And here's the thing. If you don't have any tech background, if you don't have any network of industry or business folks, that's okay. You do. In me. That's going to be me for you. And we will do this together through YouTube. So that's where we're going to start from. And I think it's going to be an interesting little project or experiment, right? We'll see how it works. Long and short, I'm going to try to upload, a couple times a week maybe. Probably more in the beginning as we're kind of trying to get things off of the ground. But that's it. So that's what Let's Build a Business is. In our next video, we'll go over things like setting up a YouTube and an email and all of that so that you can learn how to do that. But that's where we're going to start from. So with that, I welcome you aboard this journey. I hope we're going to have success. Let me know in the comments. Am I crazy? Do you think this is a good idea? I don't know. I'm not a YouTube guy. Maybe these videos are going to suck. I don't know. I'm not going to do a lot of editing because I just don't have a lot of time. I have a real job. I have to do some consulting work, and I'm trying to build this thing from nothing. So I'm going to spend my time where it makes sense, doing the work. I'm just going to happen to document it via YouTube. Don't expect a high quality of production out of this. Pretty much what you're going to see are things like PowerPoint presentations and screen recordings with my voice. That's pretty much what we're going to see. So with that, I'll go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Like the channel, subscribe to updates. Let me know in the comments how you think this is going to go. I have no idea what's going to happen. But with that, I wish you all the best of luck. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.